afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for doing that, really getting quiet as soon as the PowerPoint came up. That was really impressive. I'm delighted to be able to welcome you to the Walter community this afternoon, and not just our enrolment. 2 weeks ago, in this very spot, our head girl gave a speech to our Year 11 who had their final day before their exams. And she explained to them all that however many differences there were between them all in the room, they would, and always would, have one thing in common. That they were, and always would be, Walter girls. And now I'm really excited to be able to say you in Year 6 are also Walter girls. So welcome. So, firstly, introductions. I'm Ms. Tan, and I'm the head teacher. And this afternoon I'll be talking to you, and so will my colleague, Mr. Greaves, who is the head of Year 7. We're going to start by giving you a presentation, which is an introduction to the Walter ethos and your first year as a Year 7 student. And following that, you will be escorted over to the canteen by some of our students in Year 7 and Year 10. And there you will go through your enrolment forms with a member of the leadership team. And you'll have an opportunity to talk to them and ask questions. We also have Mrs. Salisbury, who is our Special Educational Needs Coordinator, will be there to answer any questions that you may have. So hopefully by the time you go home tonight, you really will feel part of our community. I'm going to start by just talking a little bit more about the aims of Walter. Our motto is summed up in the 3 words, enjoy, achieve, empower. We want all of our students to enjoy their learning and to achieve success. And we see that these things are closely linked. Yes, we are ambitious for all of our students to achieve academic success, but we also value and make time for students to develop all of their talents. We recognise the extracurricular activities that our students are so involved in will help them to enjoy their learning and to develop the skills and confidence that they will need to help them in the future. We aim to empower all our students so that they can achieve their best and help others to do so as well. We know that the students who throw themselves into the life of the school will get the most back themselves. This is a period of real significant change. Obviously, for all of you in Year 6, this is a big step up into secondary school, and it's probably one of the most significant changes in your education. It's not just a change for you, it's also a change for your parents. And like all change, it will provoke excitement and worry alike. We need to remember that it will be really tiring for you when you start in Year 7, because you will have so much new information to process when you first start with us. But rest assured, we understand this. We are experienced at dealing with transition, and we have the expertise to help you through this really important time. So we want to work in partnership with you, parents and students. And as parents, the most important thing to making that partnership successful is to maintain positive communication. Sometimes that can seem a little bit harder as your children transition to secondary school. Your daughter will have lots more teachers. Sometimes it's confusing to know who to talk to. And you're less likely to pick them up from school and have those informal chats with the class teachers. However, I cannot emphasise how important it is. If you have concerns, if there are changes in circumstance, the sooner you tell us, the sooner we can deal with those. Your daughter's tutor will be your first point of contact. But don't worry if you can't remember who you need to speak to, because reception will always be able to direct your phone calls or emails to the correct person. The important thing is that we keep those lines of communication open. We also ask that you ensure your daughter attends regularly and arrives to school punctually in the correct uniform. We don't want any disruption to learning, and to enable her to be really focused in all her lessons, to minimise all of those things would be excellent. We want her to be able to complete her homework and coursework, so we welcome your support with that, and if there are any concerns, to let us know straight away. She needs to make sure that she has the correct equipment for every subject. And obviously, as she's transitioning into secondary school, there will be lots more subjects, and some of them will need specific equipment. we believe in growth mindset. And this is something we will be talking to you more as you go through school. But just for those of you who are unfamiliar with it, I'll talk through some of the key principles. The theory of growth mindset is most closely associated with the research of Carol Dweck, Professor of Psychology. She's demonstrated that people who are most successful are those that embrace challenge. Year 6, we know that you will face many challenges as you move through secondary school. But you shouldn't worry about that. Overcoming these challenges will help you be better. Failure is going to be a key part of your learning. In his book Bounce, Matthew Said talks about a world champion ice skater. And he cites that she fell over more than 20,000 times before she became Olympic champion. So don't worry if you have to overcome hurdles. Don't worry if you fall over. We will be there to help you and we will pick you up so that you can try again. You will all come towards grade with different talents and abilities, but it is your effort that will determine your success. One of the things we will do is aim to talk to you in a way that recognises your effort and will give you feedback in a way that supports you to develop. As a school community, we will continue to work to ensure that everyone understands this principle of growth mindset better. There's one other thing I really want to talk to you about this afternoon. Mobile phones. I want to take this opportunity to make it really clear what our policy about mobile phone use is. Whilst we allow girls to have phones, as many of them will need to communicate with their parents about travel arrangements at the end of the day, we are clear that these should be switched off during school time and be kept in lockers or bags. If a student is seen with their phone in the day, the phone will be confiscated and kept until the end of the week. So we ask parents that you support us with this. I think we are all worried about the impact of social media on our children. So it is important that we encourage our students to use phones positively. We should remember most social media sites are not appropriate for students in Year 7, and we would ask you as parents to monitor this. We would recommend to keep your daughter safe and to ensure she gets enough sleep, that they don't have their phones in their bedrooms. As for any messages or posts, we give one simple piece of advice and one simple rule. Would you be happy for your grandmother to see it? Now, I may mean that at Year 6, but perhaps that's something we as adults can think about as well. Too often we hear about people who lose out on their dream job because somebody has unearthed some posts that's inappropriate that was done years before. Whether that be people presenting the Oscars or whether it be politicians. It's really important we help our young people understand the importance of what they're putting online. I have to say, I'm just incredibly grateful that mobile phones weren't a part of my teenage years. The rule about phones also applies to smartwatches and fitness devices because we are aware that they can also be used for communication. I'm going to hand over now to Mr. Greaves, and he's going to talk a little bit about Year 7 specifically.
Good afternoon, everybody, and in particular, good afternoon to Year 6 girls, because you are the most important people in this room. This evening is all about you and helping you come to Waldegrave and feel part of Waldegrave, because you're already really kind of Waldegrave girls now by being here this evening, and we're very much looking forward to having you start with us. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the time between now and Year 7. I'm your head of year. Now, what on earth is the head of year? I sat down there. Well, really, it's my job to support you and to help you. Me and your form tutors will be there to keep an eye on you and guide you through all your learning and all the other bumps in the road that life has in store for us. And so I'm kind of there just to ease you through your time at Waldegrave. So that's my job. Now, when we start in Year 7, we try to aim for this ethos. This is kind of like the rules that we live by. We try and be kind to each other. We try our best at everything we do. We don't worry about mistakes. Put your hand up if you've made a mistake this year. I know I have, plenty of them. But what we do try and do is to accept that mistakes, whether it's in a lesson or whether it's around the school, they're part of life, but we do try and learn from them. It's all part of learning. The next thing there, to try new experiences and opportunities and enjoy them. There's lots of great things you can get involved with at Walter Grade. Learning is very important, but there's lots of other things we need to be doing as well. So this is the kind of thing we'll be trying to live by when we start in Year 7 in September. I've spoken to primary schools, I've spoken to some Year 7 girls who were in your shoes this time last year, and there are some common worries that some of you might be thinking about now. And these common worries are getting to school, homework, what if I can't find my classroom? What if I'm late and who can I ask? So, I see my role tonight is to try and get that balance of nervousness and excitement a bit more in your favour. Because when I spoke to a few of you coming in, some of you were saying, yeah, you're quite excited, but you're also a bit nervous. And it's okay to be nervous. It would be strange if you weren't nervous. But there's nothing to be worried about, and hopefully that nervousness should become less nerves, more excited. So let's talk about these big worries here. First of all, getting to school. It's a new place to come and find. Grown-ups, what I suggest you do is use the summer holidays to go with your daughters, do the journey to school. And girls, remember, when you come here in September, there will be 1,000 other Walter students coming in a similar way. So you won't be on your own, but it's a good, and you'll soon meet friends, and maybe all of them will come your way anyway. But it is a good idea to practice the journey over the summer holidays, so you get an idea of where you're going and how long it's going to take you. Homework. I can't pretend there won't be homework. There will be homework. It's an important part of learning. What I can promise you is that we really think carefully about it to make sure that girls aren't overburdened and that we get that fine balance of having good learning, but not taking over your life. School's great and important, homework's important, but there's a whole world out there with all other things to do with your life as well. So we don't want your lives to be taken up by homework, but homework is an important part of Year 7, and there will be homework next year. But there'll be plenty of support and plenty of help with your learning as well. So again, tick that off the worry list. It's not something we're going to worry about. Okay, if you can't find your classroom, wouldn't it be strange if you came in and you knew where every room was straight away? That would be strange, but it's not going to happen. You are going to find out unfamiliar places. And when you speak to some of our Year 7 girls, they'll tell you about they did get lost. And when you come on the first day, you won't get lost then because you'll have Year 10 prefects showing you around, teachers showing you around, you have maths. And as time goes on, you'll get more and more familiar with everything. And I bet when you started primary school, that will seem new and big compared, whereas now I bet you think you own the place. So, well, the point I'm making here, you'll soon get used to it. It's fine, we're kind of expecting you to get lost a bit in the first few weeks as you'll find your way around. We know that, it's new to you. So, and there'll be plenty of people to help you and guide you, so you mustn't worry about that. So who can you ask if you're not sure about anything? You'll have lots of lovely teachers. You'll have your form tutor, it's very important, you'll see your form tutor every day. You'll have me, I told you it's my job to help you smooth over these things. And you'll have your Year 10 prefects. There are 2 Year 10 girls who'll be working with every form group. You can speak to those as well. And also lots of lovely girls as well who will guide you. So we mustn't worry about that. There's plenty of people you can ask if you're not sure about it. So hopefully, less things just to worry about and more things to be excited about. So for grown-ups, then this is how the curriculum is based in Year 7. You'll see that every period is about an hour, and the big change for you actually, girls, as you go around the school is that instead of having all your lessons in one classroom, you go to a different classroom for every lesson. You'll soon get used to that. In science, we have 1 lesson of biology, 1 lesson of chemistry, 1 lesson of physics. Languages, we offer French, German, and Spanish. Unfortunately, we're not able to offer a free choice on languages. What we ask is that if there's a really strong reason why you strongly believe your daughter should be studying a particular language, please let us know. I'm thinking there, if you're fluent French speakers, it would be silly for us to put into a French class and learn how to say my name is. So in that situation, also we need to know about it. In other situations, we just place the girls. We do things like technology, art, ICT, all the things that you would have done at primary school. But because we're in a bigger school, we've got specialised classrooms, we can all do in a bit more detail, a bit more depth, and it's all much more interesting, much more fun. So all the things you enjoyed at primary school, we take them on and we take them a bit further. So we're very much looking forward to that next year. So So I've spoken about form groups. I'll get lots of information from your primary school, so we're ready for you. We'll know about you. When I'm putting people into form groups, I'm trying to get a perfect balance of all different skills and abilities. That's what I aim for. And what I can't do is put you in with your best friends, everybody with their best friends. I've got over 200 girls, and they might all name different people, and it'd be really difficult to do. What I do try and do is put you in with somebody from your old school. Many of you have come in, and you're the only person from your school. And that's great, because you made lots of new friends. I've had some girls in the past who have actually asked if they can be with, not from their usual friends group, with somebody else because they want to make new friends. But remember, whatever situation you're in, you will be with 26 other girls, all in the same situation as you. All a bit nervous and thinking, I hope I can make new friends. And we will do a lot of work on that, parents, in those early opening weeks to work on like, relationship building and team building and that kind of thing. Okay. So let's just move on to Induction Day, Monday the 1st of July. You had a taste of what it's like to come and do some secondary school lessons. Now, there is a pack that parents get, and there's some paperwork that girls will need to bring in. You'll give that to your form tutor. What happens is you'll come to school, there'll be people out there to meet you, so you don't have to worry about where should I go or anything like that. You'll come into the hall, and your form tutors will take you, and you'll start your day. What I ask is that you wear your waterway PE kit, you wear some trainers, bring a water bottle, and bring something to write with in a pencil case. If you want to bring a pack lunch, you can do. There is a slip-in for parents, there's a slip-in in the pack you'll get today about being able to buy a lunch for that. Those who have eligible for free small meals, then we do provide a lunch. So, you'll meet in here, you will go to have a tour of the school, and look at all those long rooms you're going to go to and get lost in and things like that. So try and get rid of all those worries. And then you'll have a session where you'll try languages or you'll spend some time with your form tutor. We'll have break time and then you'll swap. If you did form time, you'll try a language lesson. If you've had a language lesson, you'll spend some time with your form. Then we have lunch, and in the afternoon we do some sports activities. At 2:30 we come in here and we have a talk about how the day's gone. And then we will take you out, tutor group will take you out row by row to meet your parents who will be out front. Okay. What I should say is that those of you who think that your daughters have learning needs, then Ms. Salisbury, our Head of Inclusion, will be liaising with you. We do get the information from the school, which will also be over in the sixth form block, so the canteen when you do your next step. Okay, summer holidays. If you're a teacher and a child, summer holidays go really quickly. If you're a parent, I imagine they drag on forever. However, whether we like it or not, Wednesday the 4th of September will soon come round, that exciting start for the new year. And Year 7, you'll all come dressed in your wonderful, pristine uniforms, and we'll all meet in the hall. Students only, parents will say goodbye at the gate, and then girls will be escorted into the hall. And your form tutors will give you a planner and your timetable that will tell you your lessons, and then you'll be shown to your lessons, and the adventure will begin. Because exciting times are ahead. There are lots of wonderful things at Walderbury. You'll be dressing up on Pink Day, you will be having Easter bonnet parades, you'll be going kayaking in the first month in our team building activities at Thames Matters. You will be a chance to get involved in a song contest, singers and dancers among you. But more importantly, you will be getting involved in lessons where there will be excellent learning and a good opportunity to try and do some new things. So we're very excited about you coming here, and I'm glad you are too. What I'm going to do now is to hand over to Ella and Sarah, who are Year 7 girls, and a year ago, they were sat exactly where you are now. So before I hand over to Miss Tom, just in summary. So, if you come here, you're nice to people, and you try your best, that's enough. Everybody will be happy, everything will look after itself. So if you're sitting there thinking, what if the work's hard, or what if I get lost? Don't worry about any of that. If you come in and try your best, no matter whether you're brilliant at maths, whether maths isn't your favourite, whether you're a netball player, whether you don't like PE, if you try your best, we're going to be very happy with that. And that's great, isn't it? Because we can all try our best, aren't we? We can all do that. The next thing. It's fine to be nervous. It would be strange if you weren't nervous. So don't worry about sitting there feeling a little bit nervous. But don't worry, we can solve almost everything, not quite everything, but we can solve everything and we'll give it a good go. So I don't want you to spend all the summer worrying about coming to secondary school. We know it's a big jump, but we're ready to help you with that jump. And importantly, the two girls there, Year 7 girls, also at the back of the room, we've got lots of other Year 7 girls and some Year 10 prefects. Use this time now when you're going over to the next stage, after Miss Tom's spoken to you, ask them lots of questions. Find out about what it's like. They've not been told to say certain things. I'll give you honest answers. And remember, 1 year ago, they've sat where you are. So it's a really useful time. Maybe if your parents are queuing or putting in paperwork, have a good chat with these girls. Find out what you're about to roll through. And finally, it's a delight to have you here. Welcome.
Canteen. I just want to say a little bit about our PTA. As parents, some of you are current parents, some of you are new parents. We are so lucky. Aldergrove has such an active PTA and they raise a huge amount of money for us as a school, and that goes a huge way to helping the girls have all those experiences that we've talked to you about this afternoon. So there are PTA members over in the canteen, you'd be really pleased. They are selling cold drinks on such a lovely hot day. So if you want to chat to them about joining the PTA, they would be really happy to welcome you. So, we're now going to go over to the canteen. I can't guarantee that you'll see anybody with pink hair, but you will have an opportunity to meet members of the leadership team, to go through your enrolment form and to ask any questions. We have the girls at the back who will escort you, and they will also be on hand to ask questions. Whilst you're over there, you will be picking up a pink information pack. Please make sure you do so, because it has some really important information in it, including the invitation to the induction day, initial cost form, and a guide for Year 7 parents and students. So hopefully you can read through that and it will answer even more of your questions. If you do want to stay behind and talk to Mr. Rees and myself, please do so. Otherwise, I invite you to go over to some of our students who had to. Enjoy the rest of the evening.